Barry, Barry.
It's really you.
Surprise!
Happy birthday!
Oliver would have wanted you to have this. It's hard to believe it's been 3 years.
Cheers.
Everybody stop drinking.
Iris.
The last time I encountered Team Flash, I learned what was coming. A crisis to end the multiverse. I guess it didn't take.
Barry, Barry, Barry. What have you done this time?
It's really you.
Okay, let go. Barry, let go. It's not just your world that's in danger. There's a new multiverse to replace the one that had fallen.
Choose life. No one has to watch their loved ones die.
Everyone has darkness inside them.
You could be a guiding light. A hero. Are you ready to keep running?
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my new Flash trailer. Green Arrow, Oliver Queen is back. There's a whole bunch of Easter eggs and references to their previous crossovers, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. We're getting a whole bunch of trailers, like we just got the brand new Blue Beetle trailer. We'll get more Flash movie trailers really soon. I know everybody's hoping to see Grant Gustin cameo in the Flash movie, just paying off the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover with Ezra Miller's movie Flash. In fact, during the trailer, they reference Crisis on Infinite Earths several times. Of course, they open the trailer with Flash hugging Oliver Queen and him joking about what he's done. Now, it's a callback to their previous crossovers when he said the same thing a couple different times.
What have you done this time?
Oh, Barry. What have you done this time?
That's meant to be a callback to one of the original Flash memes, which in previous crossovers they had been making fun of that time too. I believe originally it was meant to be a joke about Flashpoint, like, sure is a nice timeline, be a shame if someone messed it up. Every time everyone thinks of Flash memes now, they just think about the Oliver Queen grave meme with him pointing at it. But one of the other jokes of the episode is that the title is It's My Party, I'll Die If I Want To. So there's this joke about the Flash dying in order to go see Oliver Queen because he's literally in purgatory right now on Lian Yu in all these scenes when they're meeting each other again for the first time. If you don't remember, the Lian Yu Island name directly translates to purgatory. So originally on the Arrow series, when Oliver Queen got stuck on the island in the pilot, he got stuck on purgatory, like he died metaphorically and it was reborn as the Green Arrow. But now it's more of a literal thing because in Crisis on Infinite Earths, he actually died and traveled to the cosmic version of purgatory in the Arrowverse multiverse, and it's represented by Lian Yu. So this isn't the actual Lian Yu that he's in, like he actually had to die in order to talk to Oliver Queen. Stephen Amell has also joked about this a lot in real life too. Like Oliver Queen died, he's finally having some peace, he's finally enjoying himself, and now Flash has come along to bother him and he's kind of joking like, Barry, 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 what have you done this time? The other joke here too is when Barry hugs him for too long and it starts to get kind of awkward, he's like, stop hugging me, is also a callback to previous crossovers when he said the same thing as well.
Hey, let go. Barry, let go.
I am fast enough to just hug you without you knowing, so you might as well let me. Thanks. Should I hug it out?
No. And I really mean it this time. Twice you've made me hug you. No.
All right.
Okay, I mean it.
This is what the empty drinks at the bar also represent. There are a bunch of different types of moments referencing their previous crossovers. Now, the way they cut the trailer, they jump around in the timeline of the episode quite a bit. Like you see Kid Flash, Wally West come back, and you see the Bloodwork villain come back. So it sounds like what's happening in the episode in the regular world, like before he goes to see Oliver Queen, before he dies and goes to see Oliver Queen. The Sendhil Ramaherthy Bloodwork character returns and takes over pretty much everybody, and then he goes to Oliver Queen for help after he seemingly dies, quote unquote, like, oh crap, I'm dead. Wait a minute, Oliver Queen is dead. I can go get his help because he's still the Spectre and has all those powers. I wasn't expecting Wally West to come back for this episode, but we knew he was coming back this season at some point. Been a hot minute since he's been on the show. They begin the episode sort of setting up the whole concept of the title, It's My Party, I'll Die If I Want To, when they throw a party for the Flash. Wally West is there, Diggle is there, and Diggle brings him Oliver Queen's bow because Oliver wanted him to have it. Later, when Oliver Queen comes back to the world of the living, you see him grab his bow again. This is meant to be his original bow from the pilot. He had a bunch of different ones that he used throughout the series. But they want there to be a lot of references to all of their major crossovers like Crisis on Infinite Earths, the other previous crossovers between Arrow and Flash, and to their original crossover in the Flash pilot, like the big pep talk that he gives to Barry, like the pep talk he gave him in the pilot episode. If you don't remember, the Flash character debuted on Arrow in a 2-part crossover. That's why the Arrowverse is called the Arrowverse, because it all started with the Arrow show. Note that Diggle also charts the timeline. It's been 3 years since Crisis on Infinite Earths when Oliver died. It seems like whatever Bloodwork is doing when he comes back, he poisons Team Flash, and that's how he takes over most of their bodies. He starts talking to Flash about how he predicted Crisis on Infinite Earths. When he jokes about it not sticking, that's just another joke about Oliver Queen creating a new multiverse, like rebirthing the multiverse. Which Oliver Queen talks to Barry about, kind of explaining what actually did happen during Crisis on Infinite Earths. So it sounds like the Flash didn't totally understand what happened after everybody came back in the last part of Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you remember, one of the biggest changes that they made in that final episode was that in the new version of the multiverse, they changed the Earth that everyone was on so that most of the characters, not everybody, but most of the characters were always supposed to have been on Earth Prime. But mostly what wound up happening, like in practice, because they changed some things even later on, is that in the new timeline, Supergirl had been on the same Arrowverse Earth this whole time. But for instance, the Titans, the Green Lantern characters from the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie, in the Tyler Hoechlin Superman were all on different Earths. Now that's in the new timeline. So originally, Tyler Hoechlin Superman had been in the Arrowverse, but in the new Superman and Lois show, when they set that up at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths, they put him on a different Earth. That's how they wound up changing things so that he wound up having 2 sons instead of the 1 son. How they wound up aging them up so fast. Like they just had Diggle on Superman and Lois last season, but because it's meant to take place on a different Earth, it was a completely different version of Diggle, not the one who briefly had the Green Lantern ring. So even though they wanted Crisis to put everybody on the same Earth, in practice, it wound up being way more messy after the fact. You may have seen the Twitter threads that a lot of the producers of the Arrowverse were posting recently about how James Gunn is rebooting everything, and most of them were not invited to help plan the new DC universe. They were kind of salty about that. And it seems like what happens during the episode is that the Flash is able to yoink Oliver Queen back to the world of the living, or he uses his Spectre powers to do that briefly. They team up against Bloodwork, like you see Diggle here with them, so either he doesn't get affected or they wind up fixing him first. They team up against Bloodwork and defeat him. And at the end of the episode, he gives Barry another pep talk, another classic Oliver Queen pep talk, and goes back to being dead. Paying off the title of the episode again, It's My Party, I'll Die If I Want To, like it's also Oliver Queen's party, and he wants some peace, so like he doesn't want to stick around. Another quick reminder, this is going to be episode 9, and there are only 13 episodes in the final season, so like they are entering the final arc of episodes. They haven't confirmed Grant Gustin will cross over in the Flash movie. I think they're holding that pretty close to the vest. I'm hoping that he has a small cameo. Don't really care what he does as long as it's a very brief cameo scene. Also hoping for a John Wesley Shipp cameo scene too. The way Grant Gustin talked about it in a recent interview, though, when The Flash ends season 9, like when they have their series finale, that will be the official end of the Arrowverse. And he said that he kind of enjoyed that idea, that it's ending with them. The Arrowverse is ending with them. But that they did change their plans for the original ultimate ending for the show. Originally, Grant Gustin actually supported my theory. Like early on in like the first season of The Flash, my theory is that they should end the show with him dying and becoming the bolt of lightning that originally gave him powers. It's a twist from the classic comics, but here's the thing. Grant Gustin said for a long time, that's the ending that he wanted for the character. They wanted to kill them off like they killed Oliver Queen off at the end of Arrow. But that when the new showrunner took over, when they were planning this final season, they decided they wanted to keep Grant Gustin's character alive. So the Flash will not die, or he's not supposed to die, at the end of this series finale. Not sure how I feel about that. Now, we'll see after the final episode. I'll probably do like another episode after the finale. But the other big reminder is that James Gunn is basically rebooting everything for the most part. Some characters will continue, but it's meant to be a completely new timeline in his DCU, as they're calling it now. Like it's rebooting from the DCEU into the DCU. Everything will be connected going forward, like all the big TV shows, the HBO shows that they're doing now, kind of like the Disney Plus Marvel shows are connected to the MCU. There are a few exceptions, like the Robert Pattinson version of the Batman, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and other one-offs. Those will be called Elseworlds, like they'll be officially canonized as Elseworlds. But for the most part, all the new shows, including the animated shows and some of the video game stuff, will all be connected to all the new movies. Really good example is the Blue Beetle character. Originally, that was supposed to be completely different from James Gunn's thing, but the way they designed the movie didn't break the timeline, like even though they mentioned Batman and some of the other Justice League characters, Because it doesn't break the brand new timeline, it's easier for them to include that in the new DCU. Even though technically the first official planned movie as part of the DCU is the Superman Legacy movie, we don't have any announcements about that, about casting yet, about this new version of Superman. When we do, of course, I'll do more videos about it. But post all of your reactions to Oliver Queen coming back. I know everybody's wondering now, are there going to be any Arrowverse cameos in the new DCU? That would be crazy if some of these characters do cameo in some multiverse kind of way in the future. There's a bunch of stuff coming up. Star Wars Celebration is this weekend. We might get an Ahsoka trailer. I'll do videos for whatever they wind up releasing. Make sure you enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss that. Everyone click here for that brand new Blue Beetle trailer video and Easter eggs, and click here for all my Mandalorian episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one.